Okay, so this is the Tribe Scribes blogging thing. This is question 2 on leisure. How active are you and your friends? How often do you take part in any sports? And do you prefer sports or exercise? Is there a difference? Um, I won't lie. In terms of exercise, I'm pretty bone idle. Um, I'm quite lucky in that my daytime job means that I walk on average between, I think, we worked out sometimes someone took dollars and it's somewhere around 10 miles every day.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of exercise in terms of work. I do like to walk to places. If I can avoid taking a bus or driving or whatever, I would much prefer to walk somewhere. Um, but when it comes down to sports, to be honest, like when I was in school, I'm gonna cover your ears. When I was in school, I was a bit too competitive for most sports. I actually got banned from most contact sports by the age of about like 13 because I was just too competitive. So I never really got into anything that much except netball, which I
Is
sort of
that because
like.
you
But
is that because you sulked too much when you lost, basically?
no, it wasn't sulking. Do you know what it was? It's just like, right, most people see football as not a contact sport.
That's because it's not a contact sport.
Yeah, if you're playing it properly, it is.
No, you're not. Clearly not.
But like,
That's why there's yellow and red cards.
yeah, no. To be fair, I'm just a bit too competitive for like anything like that. I do love, like, I used to actually really enjoy tennis. Um,
And then you threw a racket at someone.
no, I've never done that. It's really harsh. I've come close though. But no, I probably don't do a lot of sports, but I do quite a bit of exercise because I dance. I mean, I go to salsa every Tuesday. Well, to a salsa night, not to a salsa class, but that's because I've previously learned salsa. I do love dancing. I really enjoy jogging. Not that I do it so much anymore because I have a pin in my ankle and I'm not really supposed to.
Yeah, it's because she's lazy. Turn that tongue.
Yeah, it's that. It's pure bone idleness. I walk 10 miles a day, but I'm lazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. You do a lot more sports, don't you?
Yeah,
Than
well, not as
exercise.
much sports anymore as what I used to, but I play volleyball still, so I train like once, twice a week with match as well. When I was like younger, like between the ages of like 14 to 18, I was pretty much training 4 nights a week, two matches during the week. So I was like train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, match on a Wednesday, match on Saturday, sometimes on Sunday as well. I used to play for England as well, so I had training camps on weekends, like not every weekend, but once a month, and you had every week long training camps. So I used to play a hell of a lot, and then as I've got older, it just becomes less and less, and now I'm down to like once, twice a week. I'd love to get back into it like more, but it's just old age gets to you, I think.
Oh yeah, because
Although
you're so old.
all right, I'm turning 22, but I've got the knees of a 75-year-old.
Do you think there's a difference between sports and exercise?
I think no, because if you're doing sport or most sports, then you're clearly exercising. You're doing cardiovascular exercise, but I think sports more for me anyway. Sports more enjoyable like exercise. Like going to the gym, I didn't used to enjoy it. I did it because it helped me get better in volleyball. But exercise is something that you tend to do because you need to or you feel you need to. Whereas sports you do because you want to.
I disagree with that. Maybe that's because of the way I am, but I much prefer, like, if you said to me you can run around after a ball for 90 minutes or you can go for a 90-minute run
Yeah.
every single time. But I think that's because um, it's going to make me sound like a really ridiculous human being. I'm not very good at expressing like emotions and not expressing emotions, but like I do bottle things up, don't I?
Yeah.
And I'll go like if I'm going for a run, I'm angry. Like as some people know, I'm in a really bad mood. Because I find that really therapeutic. I find exercise very therapeutic. I find sport more often than not makes me angry because I sort of feel like people are like trying hard enough. Do you know what I mean? I like
Yeah. No, it's
doing.
because with sport for me though, like I see more of a reason for it because you're trying to say win, or you might not be in it for winning, but there's a goal. Like if you're playing
Mm.
football, you want to try and score more goals in your team. Exercise, I just unless you start doing stuff like if you go with a friend and you're trying to then like lift more than them, run longer than them, then there's a reason for it. But when you go on your own, and you can set yourself targets, but you always let yourself go unless you stay really committed, and that's where I tend to. Oh well, I'm going to do 20 reps, and then you get to like 15, and you're struggling, and like, oh, I've done 60, and that'll do, and you just kind of give up. So I think it's more just I like to see where that I've got a target that I'm aiming for, and with exercise, I don't tend to do it as much.
How important do you think exercise is for someone our age?
I,
Are you worried about your health?
I don't. I think the people are not necessarily worried about the health, so they go to the gym and that, but it's more to do with the fact that they like if they're playing sport, they'll do it because they know they want to get better. Way too many people aren't bothered and will eat crap at our age like I do. I eat terrible, and my dad keeps saying, "Oh, well, I used to, and now look at me, I'm overweight." And it's like, yeah, kids
I
nowadays
think,
don't care.
I think, like, do you know what? It's funny. I sort of, I think there's a big problem with people our age, and that there's sort of like a lot of people they'll do exercise because they want to look a certain way,
Yeah,
not because they want to be healthy. Like,
yeah,
I know a lot of, in fact, a lot of women as well. Actually, will just sit there and do like sit up after sit up
yeah,
because not because they think, oh, I want strong core muscles because it's good for your
yeah,
back and like stuff like that, but because they think, oh, now I want a really flat stomach, I want to be really toned.
yeah,
Whereas like, I don't know, for me, I'm like I say, I'm not a big exercise, like I'm not massively into exercise, I think I
yeah,
do it for health. But I do notice a difference when I do that, and that's one of the reasons I always try and walk places, if I can, because I know that's good for me. I'm not particularly good at watching what I eat because my family on the whole has a really high metabolism.
yeah.
Um, and I know that doesn't really make it okay for me to eat like a block of cheese in a night, but I do eat a lot of veg as well. I'm vegetarian as well, which inevitably leads to like a healthier lifestyle because
No, meat.
I don't
Meat is
know,
good.
no, but like, cause I eat fish. Well, see, this is the thing. I say I'm vegetarian. I do eat fish, so I'm not
Pescatarian.
vegetarian at all. But I think because of that, I'm forced into like exploring kind of a healthier sort of lifestyle
Yeah,
anyway. Which means I don't worry so much about that. So I don't worry so much about exercising and stuff
yeah,
because I don't eat as much that I have to do. Does
yeah,
that make sense? Like, it's not that I don't care, it's just that
yeah. No,
it's not like a thing in the back of my head all the
yeah.
time. Um, if you don't do sport, what do you think of people that do sport? I don't know, I don't know if that really applies. Like, not that I do sport
No,
anymore, but I don't really have an opinion. Like, if you want to do
yeah,
sport, fine. If you don't, don't.
yeah.
As
Get what
long
you're
as you're
saying.
still like looking after yourself, whatever.
Yeah. Are your
Um,
friends different to you when it comes to health and exercise? Yes.
yeah, massively.
Andy, my best friend, is addicted. Well, I don't know what it is like. Before it was training like in the gym for rugby, but now I think he's just got to that stage where I don't think he knows how to not go to the gym.
To be fair, yeah, I thought that actually. Like Andy is massive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like his stats. Um, like
Yeah, I think with him, it's just become habit to go to the gym. Whereas with me, I don't go anymore, and I kind of want to get back into it, but I just don't. That's people when it comes to it. Like with him, I think it is just become habit. But some of my friends go to the gym and they do it just because they want to look good, and I don't want to do that. It's
I
like
think
I just want to go because I either if I feel like I need to be stronger for whatever reason, then fair enough. But with them, it's literally I want to go and bicep curl as much as I can because I want to have massive guns and look really cool.
most of my like friends. I don't know. It's not the sort of thing I talk about with my male friends, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like exercise, but my female friends who do exercise and do sport. In fact, not sports so much. My female friends who go to the gym and stuff. It is more like they're all a lot of my female friends have joined a gym, but I would say, maybe a quarter of them don't even go. They just like they'll eat a cake and feel really bad about it, and then they'll like go to the gym and they're like, oh, it's okay now because I did half an hour in the gym. To be honest, that half an hour will, generally speaking, be spent in the sauna having a gossip. But like my
That's
female
not
friends,
exercise. That's
yeah,
just chatting.
why not? No, but like I think most of my female friends who are into like exercise, it's more a case of like I've got to work off this. It's something I've never particularly been like that. I've never been particularly body conscious or like, oh, I've eaten this, so I've got to do this. I've just thought like, if I feel healthy, I'm probably doing something right, and sort of go by that philosophy. Probably isn't the best way to live, but seems to be working for me. I've reached 23 and I'm okay, so yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty much like.
That's pretty much it.
Cool. Cool.
See ya.